Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Artventure. My name is Chris. I love to oil paint, I do wildlife, portraits and anything that inspires me. And on today's video, I want to talk about one of the most important principles in realism painting, value. Let's get to it. I'm going to actually show you very quickly what I mean by value. Because of course, with the art language, it can be a bit overwhelming and maybe complicated, especially for beginners. So with this visual example, it will be very simple to understand. 3 tubes of paint. We've got ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, and turquoise or teal. Now, these 3 are the same hue, same color, blue, but they don't share the same value. Ultramarine is way darker than the turquoise. And that is what I'm actually on about. The brightness. Let's have a look with a real painting. Now this painting I did a while ago of a fox in snow. You can actually watch how I did the painting. I'll put a link down below. Now if I turn this painting into black and white, you can still recognize absolutely everything. The roundness of the face, how the light shines onto the fur, and the softness of the fur. This is all created by value. Now the grayscale version shows you the actual bones of the painting. The grayscale, what exactly is it? What is this? This is a 10-step grayscale. Now you get different ones. You get 15, 20, it depends. I'll just use this one. It's simple and effective. It goes from white all the way to black. Now in realism painting, the principle is that everything fits into that. White is your lightest light and black is your darkest of dark. So every value fits in between there. Now the idea isn't to have every step, every value possible, but it gives an indication as to where it sits. So going back to the painting, here we can see that this area fits into this particular zone. Going to a zone that's next to it, we can actually see the change. So the question is this area lighter or darker than the previous? And if we think in that sense, we'll be actually mastering value a lot quicker than what we think. When I first started painting, around 10 years ago, I wasn't thinking at all in value. I was actually thinking in matching up color. Now, is that a bad thing? Not really. But I did waste a lot of time, and knowing what I know today, if you think first in value, your painting will be a lot more interesting. For example, this is a painting that I did about 8 years ago. It's a portrait. Now, in my mind, it does look pretty flat. The face doesn't look that rounded. The clothing is as well a very similar value throughout. Now with the knowledge I have today, I would have done it completely differently. I would have first worked on the value, made the face a lot more round, especially by the ears. I would have pushed it back a little bit. When we do painting, by thinking of value and not matching color, your painting will actually be a lot more interesting. If you get the value spot on and you're a little bit off on your color matching, it doesn't matter, because as we saw previously, it's the bones, it's the foundation. As Singer Sergant used to say, the value does all the work, color gets all the credit. Master your value and you've got a successful painting. So in my mind, value will make or break the piece. So if you're doing a wildlife, painting or we're doing a portrait, there's always subtle changes of value in the reference photo that we are doing. And by always thinking, how does the value change? If it's on fur, on scales, on hair, on the face, you'll be able to get that rounded face, that 3D look, to really make it interesting. When we look at the old masters, like a Rembrandt or Sergant, it was the value that counted the most. Are the colors spot on to real life? A lot of the time, no, they're not. But the value is. So you don't actually think of it. You think of it as it's on. So my practical tip, before you actually think of color, ask yourself these questions. Where is my brightest bright? Or my lightest light? Where is my darkest of darks? And how does the value change from one zone to its neighbor? If you nail those, you will nail your painting. So, my final thoughts is that value is the backbone of your painting. We use objects to paint light, and without dark, there is no light. So we do need to really work on these values to make the painting interesting. Put down in a comment if you have any difficulties in working on your value, or maybe you've had a fabulous success. Let me know in the comments down below. And with that, I will see you in the next one. Have fun and enjoy your painting.